And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and today we will be resuming the Stormblood MSQ. So when we left off, we were about to go scout out Castellum Veladina. So Marshal Tarpin means to lead the resistance mission himself, does he? Sounds like he does. A castellum is less a military installation and more a supply depot, a storage and distribution facility for the surrounding area. That being the case, taking it will not only earn us a strategic foothold, but deprive our enemy of valuable resources. Taking Veladina will be the first significant step toward wresting El Amigo from the Empire's grasp, but make no mistake, there will be many more such steps, each one taken at a cost. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. I know I was on my Dark Knight before, but I am still kind of comfortable in Black Mage. Besides, they're both 62. This one's near 63. Just trying to be careful not to outlevel too much. So, without further ado, in Crimson, it began. Pippin is looking forward to the assault on Castellum Veladina. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Veladina. If you like what you see at any point, make sure you like, share, subscribe, give me a follow on Twitch, hit the notification bells, etc. And hopefully we don't have any serious problems with dropped frame rates, etc. like we did last time. That would be really awkward. We can go this way. Hopefully without snagging air. Hopefully this works on Black Mage. If not, I'll switch to Dark Knight. Naught appears out of the ordinary at a glance. Even should they be unaware of our plans, I would be surprised if their western defenses were not heavily fortified, given the presence of allied forces at the wall. Yep. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. So, here we go. Ooh, oh no, the words are back. Upon reconnoitering Castellum Velodina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. The words. Oh, I may not be level 63, but at least I have a little bit of a leg up. Here we go. Wish me luck. Let me know if the audio for the game is too low or not. I tried to lower it so that you can hear me voice over, but...
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father.
Let it ride.
Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Okay. Why does it sound like
Smoke!
It's behind
there!
us?
Is that... Oh gods, it's Rhalga's Reach.
Oh no.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Oh my god, no. How did they get in? And through the front door by the looks of it.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
You! Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
No! Oh god, Mefra, no! No!
Mefred! He'll take you!
Well, well. Stand aside, Pilus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty. Ah, a magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
What? Oh! Stola!
Yashoda!
Hold the line, Myrokos! Hold the line!
What is happening?
Kryl!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught. Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern. If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Okay, let's see what we gotta do.
It's all over now!
Escape the flames!
It took least, the others are deep inside.
Rebel scum! What took you so long? Alpha, no, I need your help!
Please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. Where is Xenos?
My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pylus.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
I have no idea.
As one!
Be gone!
Whoa! Whoa. Oh man.
Give me something to remember.
Oh man. For a second there I thought I failed that one. That was the fail duty sound.
Don't stop now.
Oh no. Oh dear lord. This many? Oh. I was just trying to find somewhere to stand. Damn it, that was tough. Oh.
Pathetic.
Seven hells.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lad?
I think my pride may have taken a knocking, but otherwise, yeah.
'Tis no ordinary foe could best the likes of you.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on! Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work. The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise?
Of course.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Okay. You did well, Myrokos. You saved lives. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. It's already nighttime. Wow. Then again, it was nighttime when this duty took place. The haunted-looking Raban's eye speaks volumes. See to the wounded, Myrokos. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Yeah, standard triage. Meffred! God damn it, Meffred. Weren't you the one telling me to use my head and stay alive? Meffred! Meffred lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. You spare another moment for Meffred before turning away, fishing in your pockets. Your hand closes around his charm. Conrad must be told. F's in chat for Meffred. Oh. You're worried about Ishtala, aren't you? It's too early to make any kind of prognosis, but she's alive. For now. If it wasn't for her, it'd be me lying there. I wish it was. It makes no sense. He brushed us aside as if we were nothing. Damn it, Alize. This is serious. You need to rest. You seem ready to burst into tears. I'd fetch you a handkerchief, but... Nago, Meffred, where are you? Meffred's charm, a small wooden charm. Meffred clenched in his fist as he breathed his last. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Yep. Meffred was a warrior. always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 miles so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive, not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls. In the heat of battle we can but do our best, as he did. Mefford will be sorely missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us, now more than ever. True. Aye, that they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him, is all. I'll recover. My injuries aren't serious, though that was clearly by choice and not happenstance. They meant to take me alive. Mr. Kemp seems quite shaken. What can you do at a time like this, other than curse the gods and your own powerlessness? Bereft of hearth and home. Ralger's Reach is no longer safe, as Pippin well knows. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total, a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphino said, it is those who survived whom we must think of now. Ralger's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Oriens will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. That's not what I'm here. We're evacuating the wounded. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Oh, he died? Oh, man. Lieutenant Tia, Marshal Terrapin said you might have something for me. Yep. "12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders." Stola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Kryl. Thank you, Kryl. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of those carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Orient. Master Kemp, your concern for your men's well-being is commendable, but I would urge you to consider your own. Let us pray they arrive safely. Yeah. Divide and conquer. Conrad is a man struggling to cope with a bitter reality. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated, and the state will not be mounting an assault on Castellum, Velladina, or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you at Castrum Orient. Understood. We will go and speak with General Alden. Why does this game always kill off the characters we get attached to? Just why? First Moon Brita, although I didn't really cry over her death because I literally just met her and then basically she was killed thereafter. But Horshafa and now Mefred. I can see the Reach means a lot to these people, but it would be suicide to stay. For more than a decade, the Resistance had resided here, hidden from the eyes of the Empire, and just when we set our sights on Velladina, they strike. Do you not find that passing strange? Yeah, but Fordola kind of knew where we were coming from. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. 'Twould seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away, but Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Oriens. We can discuss our path forward there. Kryl is with Ishtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Kryl says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen. When that Skull's commander cut down Mefrid, a single blow. And that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamegan. Gods help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Oh, Lise.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefrid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. God help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
We fight and we fight and we keep fighting until we win. We take the fight to Doma. I have a feeling you're about to tell us. I'm a little bit more intellectual, so just fighting here isn't going to do anything. We take the fight to Doma. Because if Xenos is bored. He's looking for something. He doesn't like being in Doma, and he doesn't like being in Alamigo. But he has to be because his father's the Emperor and has commanded him to do so. If he's here in Alamigo, we have the opportunity to go to Doma, start a ruckus, and hopefully that'll ease pressure here. But that's going to take time. Time we may not have. But something's better than nothing.
Interesting. You are suggesting we kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more and force Xenos to fight a war on two fronts?
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there, and make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Good motivation.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
You said your piece, yes? Now, would you please return to bed? You'll never recover if you carry on like this. Uh-oh, Kryles. Ye gods, the pain. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I can't deny a part of me wants to stay and fight, but I know I'd be more use to you and the others. We've got a long road ahead of us, but it all begins with the first step. We'll stay in the Reach and rebuild, we'll reinforce our defenses, and if they come again, we'll be ready. So we fight on, come what may, sentiment notwithstanding, what other choice did we have? I wish you well on your journey, my friend. Let us pray that when we meet again, our fortunes will be much changed. If the rumors are to be believed, this is not the first time Xenos has spared his foes. They say he abides by an unusual code and takes pleasure in the fight. Whatever his reasons, we must use this time to our advantage. I have called upon the Stillglade Fane to send every available conjurer to conjurer, no matter how inexperienced, to help with the wounded. I pray it will be enough. How in Lanlane's name did they find the Reach? I thought their glamours were impenetrable. It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I am quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom, brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. That which is beyond one alone may yet be within the reach of the many. Lies, damn lies, and pirates. Alizé is contemplating the logistics of a journey to the Far East. Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Othard is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I would address. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Ishtola cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose, would you be willing to look after Ishtola and provide support to Arnvald and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Right then, sister, Myrokos, Lys, gather your things. We are for Limsa Luminsa. Technically, aren't I your brother too, at least as far as Ishgardian law is concerned? We were both adopted as wards of House Vortal, but okay. There's truth to the rumors. This is not the first time Xenos has spared his phone. Okay, yeah, I've already read that. We've got a long road ahead of us. but it all begins with the first step. Okay, yeah, already read this stuff, so I see a blue quest. Need to check something. Yeah, what? Yeah, okay. Serpent Marshal okay, the hidden truth. Serpent Marshal Brookstone is in need of a soldier. Myrokos of the Immortal Flames. A moment, if you would. The Alliance has seen fit to charge the Twin Adder with overseeing the occupation of Castrum Oriens for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your wont to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm, though it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to the Immortal Flames and the Eorzean Alliance. Thus I would ask for your aid in a reconnaissance mission here in the Fringes. Pray speak with Lieutenant Molko. When you are ready to receive a briefing, she will be overseeing the operation. Do my eyes deceive me? It can't be, but it is Myrokos, the Griffin's Bane himself. Really? Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Balzar's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title that so aptly befits your prowess. A pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castrum Oriens? I was told you needed help. Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist my investigation. This is such an honor. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Ah, goodness me, where are my manners? Tala Molko, Military Records Officer at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Castrum Oriens, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Garleans, prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamigo's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonment or even escaped, but we could find no other documents to suggest that. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them. Not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind knowing what happened here. Would that this were a recent incident, though. I think it though it will be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years, but I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. The Ananta have called these lands home long before the Alamegans came to settle here, and as luck would have it, the Resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago. Okay then. Might as well get the ether current. While I'm here. I certainly hope the Ananta remembers something of use. Alamegan prisoners captured 20 years ago? Yes, I remember. When the Garleans gained their foothold here, they interred any and everyone. Striders, Ananta, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Garlean army, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. Never to return. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. A settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let us begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the rubble. What are the Garleans doing here? They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them! Only one remains now. Stay on your guard. What? Okay. Fine. Goodness, that smarts. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training, though no amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane. That was a magnificent display. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Garleans should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we are to make any sense of this, we must search this place from top to bottom, after my heart returns to my chest. Well, I got the ether current. I am kind of needed in Limsa Lamensa. Let me know if I should continue this on stream. I think I'll continue with the MSQ. Let's get back onto Black Mage. No, can't do Black Mage. Here we go. Fortunately, the NPCs are immune to the bears, so I'm not worried for her. I spoke with Oriandraith and Thancred along the way to say that they were surprised by our stratagem would be something of an understatement, but they did not dispute its logic. Vilbund was always Estola's domain. I haven't spent much time here, to be honest. Tataru should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So, we're going by sea after all. Is Merlib lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You are right in as much as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalane of the Kraken's Arms. Oh, it's you. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Ah, but where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from God-fearing merchants out on the high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Uh-oh, Tataru knows something. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The Five Seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir to House Durendare vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives, and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. I knew Carvalane had some connection to Ishgard. Ho. Ha 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 ha! Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide by the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellions, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugane in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for our departure. I humbly request you do the same. The poor little boy had only seen 14 summers when he left Ishgard. Can you imagine what it must have felt like to finally be free to explore the world, unbeholden to all the stuffy traditions of the Holy See? Such a shame that he never returned home. Without him, the Count de Durendare must look elsewhere for a successor. And good Lord, Janakinard is one step closer to being the next in line. Oh god, I remember him. I've done the Astrologian quest line. I'm familiar with that. I'm not sure what just happened. I could have sworn he was about to turn us away, but then he changed his mind. Yeah. Yes, he did. Blackmail, is it? This is a dangerous game the two of them are playing. What guarantee do we have that Carvalane won't just throw us overboard? Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Nights seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Carvalane squirm. Squirm. Nice. What you doing back there? Streaming, what is it? Yeah, my cat Autumn has decided to grace us with her presence, and it's not time for that. So wait. Okay. Tales from the Far East. Alphano is thinking of ways you might pass the time. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Tatara and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alize, I should be grateful if you would use this time to brief Oriange on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Myrokos and Lys? I would like the two of them to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? That sounds like a plan. Let's go, Myrokos. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? Yep. Tataru's entrusted me with the remainder of her responsibilities in her absence. Should you require aught, pray do not hesitate to ask. Greetings, Myrokos. What brings you to the toll this eve? What? You are for Doma? Heavens, you Scions have shown us naught but kindness. But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. History with Doma? Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our lord's banners, we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation. Sorry, my cat was, trying to get attention there. Seems the time was right. Beneath our lord's banners we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. Yikes. You are truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me, I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled on the eastern coast of Othard, along the banks of the One River. Our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Naught would bring me greater joy than to join you on your journey. However, Lady Yugiri made it clear that we were to remain here and safeguard the community we built. Okay? What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. I do. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosatsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men and magitech. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Cayenne has become a den of Garlean dogs. Okay. Is there anything else? Doma was all but wiped from the face of Othard. Only Doma Castle, seat of our lord and symbol of all that we were, was spared the wages of war. Yet for the blessing that is, the thought of that witch and her sycophants claiming it for their own fills me with unspeakable anger. Ooh. So only the castle remains. Lord Cayenne was a good man who cared only for his people. Though it pained him to kneel to Garlemald, he did so for our sake, and for our sake he would willingly have endured that ignominy for another 25 years had we not beseeched him to act. But we convinced him that we could win, that we could defeat Xenos and the Empire, and for our failure, he paid the ultimate price. Ouch. Yikes, oh man. I remember sitting on the banks of the One River as a child, watching the fishing boats drift by. But now the One River is closed to all, the moon gates open for none. If Doma knows peace in our time, I should like to see it with my own eyes. Perhaps partake of these hot springs Homie tells me of as well. Okay. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke with tried to teach me about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Ishgardians. But anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old, Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. I don't think we can expect much of that. Not without incident. Lys thinks it's time you return to Limsa Lominsa. Right, no point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. Our revenant's toll has changed since I was last here, and that makes a man feel his age as much as knowing how things were and seeing how things are. Huh. Okay. Well, back to Limsa. It's times like this I'm glad we've got Tataru taking care of business. An army marches on its stomach. Tataru took that lesson to heart. A surfeit of sumptuous foods, wondrous sundries, plenty of clean undergarments. Yes, I do believe we have everything we need for a lengthy voyage. You are returned, Myrokos. I trust you learned much from our Domin friends in Revenant's Toll. I am eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. Well, I might as well get going. All set, lad. I'll see you to the ship if so. Yes.
"12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late."
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
What does he bring? An actual blade?
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
This doesn't sound good.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
This is eerie. Huh. This ain't right. This ain't right at all. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No, as the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them. Things the lads saw. Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Sea-wolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more, but if you must know, the things, which he is so reticent to name, are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Preposterous! Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it's probably a predatory entity of some kind, perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader, employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Oh, Alice is just... Regardless, we have but one recourse. To let the current take us where it will, and deal with whatever we find. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I am beginning to like you, girl. I assure you the feeling is not mutual. Once we arrive at our destination, be it a vessel or an island or something else, Lisa and I will remain with the ship to defend it in case of attack. Myrokos, I believe you would be the ideal choice to venture forth and deal with the cause of our troubles. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. Okay. Queue up. While we queue, we can talk. The fiery one, Alize, was it? 'Tis a pity she holds our profession in such disdain. She would make an excellent pirate. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I am calm and collected as ever. Carry on. Alphinaud was terrified of ghost stories as a child. I am glad to see that some things never change. I'll make sure Tataru stays below decks until we know it is safe. So we wait. If you need to get up and stretch your legs, do so now. I have a feeling we'll be waiting for a bit. I'm not saying that I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that vengeful spirits are plotting our demise at this very moment. I'm just saying we cannot discount the possibility. Yeah. Let's see if Tataru has anything to say. Oh, no, I can't. No, no Tataru. Damn it. No talking to Tataru. Oh well. It looks like we're just waiting for a healer. Hopefully this doesn't take too much longer. And here we go. Okay, let's see, thanks for leaving Black Mage behind. Like to get through the rotation at least, but oh well. I swear that stack mechanic loves me. These are dodge the fire mechanics, obviously. No. What is that? This is actually a fun boss. You have to, beat the floor. Level up. Oh, clear skies, sunny weather.
Thank the 12!
Light ride.
Everything here would appear to be in order. Good. Repairs should be completed by the time we return to the Misery, whereupon we shall resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
Wonder what's underneath all those clouds.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane. The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Ooh, I love the music. Thanks again for saving us from certain death at the hands of Lorelei and whatnot. We'll not soon forget it. Strange. Is it just me, or is the ground swaying? By the 12, I have never been happier to be back on terra firma. Our voyage has instilled in me a new appreciation for surfaces which do not move of their own accord. It's very colorful, is it not? Oh, I say it is colorful. This is very, very nice. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Here to mention it. Myriad delights await you should you elect to explore and experience, assuming you are sufficiently open-minded, that is. I, alas, cannot afford to linger. Oh, you're leaving us so soon. Strange. Strange. It's very colorful, yeah. The man from Ul'dah. Well, it's, coming up on my dinner time, so I think what I will do is decline this for now, and when we next resume, we will, pick up with the first quest in here in, Kugane, so I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Kugane. Let me know in the comments if I mispronounced that. In the meantime, if you liked what you saw at any point, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if there are any ways I can improve in the comments. Hit the notification bells, give me a follow on Twitch, and I shall see you anon, friends.